Good morning, guys and gals. It is the 18th of October of 2024. This is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. Yes, I think this is going to be either an update or fall 24 extravaganza number 5. Anyway, we're at the Kingman, Arizona KOA. And there's like a storm or a front moving through. It's chilly this morning. So you're probably wondering, okay, well, what's up? Well, I'm going to show you. Wednesday, this is Friday. Wednesday in Wickenburg, on my way from Lake Pleasant to here, I stopped and bought 4 new tires for the trailer for KP2. Now you can see this morning, now one of them is flat and I don't know why. And so the tires cost me $780. Now having this addressed is going to cost me $404 to have somebody come out. Now the service call, I have insurance for. I have roadside through Good Sam. You know, look at him. Oh, look at that tail wag. Oh, you sweet pup. Oh, I know. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, no, I don't want you to. I want the tire. Okay, I don't want you to get rid of the tire. I'm gonna have a tire fixed. I'm gonna see what's wrong with the tire. I'm gonna have a tire repaired. I'm gonna buy a wheel so I don't have to pay $400 for a goddamn service call again. All right, here we go. Look at him. There's my boy. God love him. Look at that tail wag. I know, sweet dog. I know. Well, here's Dude. You know, you're going to get a minute of Dude every chance that I get. God love him. As I wait for the tire guy, I can't think if I just said this or not. Jesus, I'm going to have to edit this if I did. So I'm going to try to keep the tire, the flat tire. I'm going to see what's wrong with it. I'm going to take it to a Big O and see what their road service or whatever, flat repair, whatever. I'm going to see if I can't have it repaired. And I'm going to buy a 15-inch wheel. So I have a wheel and a fully inflated spare on me. So if this happens again, I'm not paying $404 to have a tire brought out and installed, balanced, and all that nonsense. I am going to have them just swap it in and swap it out. Now you're probably wondering, dude, why don't you do that yourself? And bluntly, they put this stiff on with an air gun. I'm not going to be on the side of the road fighting this shit. I'm too old for this, and I'm too incompetent. This is why I pay for road service, just for this. So we're going to wait and see. I'm going to Bullhead City today. I've got a week at the Davis County Park Camp. It's right there at where the bridge is, where the Laughlin Bridge is, and where 68 starts. Right there. I drove past it the other day. Bullhead Parkway ends up there at the north end. I have a week there. I'm gonna look. I've made contact with a realtor, and I'm gonna reach out to her today again and say, okay, let's set up for Monday or Tuesday. Now, I said on the last one or 1 or 2 times ago, I'm homeless. I can't stay in the hideout, and I'm going to consider looking at this one that I liked in Bullhead City. Now, I'm going to talk more about this, but the key to this one is you own the lot. So you own the lot and you own the modular. Now, it's a 400 square foot park model, they're called. And I'm going to have a look at this. I know what they want. I could probably, what you want and what you sell for is something else. But I got to thinking, for roughly the same amount of money that I'm looking for to replace the hideout, assuming I can keep the porch, I may just go ahead and buy down here if I like this one, because you own the lot. Now I could spend $100,000 to get my spot in Denair addressed, but there's always a risk when you lease, the space but own the structure, and I've seen this happen. God, when I went to work at the Mercury, there were 3, 4, 5 mobile home parks that got sold. The people got the boot. They hardly got 5 cents for their mobile, and they're fucked. Well, that's a risk. And as I'm watching more development come out into Denair, there's like 2 housing developments. God, this door. I hit my head on this. It slapped on my head earlier this morning. And there's like 8, 9, 10 empty spots in the mobile park. Well, I mean, not just, empty as in either no mobile or nobody in the mobile. And I haven't seen anyone drag it a new one in almost the 2 years I've been there. So this is starting to weigh on me. Like, okay, I could move it again, but maybe I don't want to be in a situation where I own the structure, but I'm leasing the land, when I can move to Bullhead City if I like this one, and I own the land. Now my rent's $775. My HOA dues, because there's internal streets and a gym and a pool and all that, is $325 a month. I looked at how much electricity is, and it's a co-op. So they're not for profit, and they're roughly the same price that I'm paying through Turlock Irrigation District, TID, who's my power people now. And you get water, garbage, and sewer, and you get some type of basic cable, which I don't really watch. But what the hell? I'll hook up my TV. I still have a TV. I don't care. I have it on for background, or I'll watch football or whatever. So I'm going to pursue this probably Monday, and I've been babbling on here a little bit, but this is our update. So I'm waiting for the tire guy. I've talked to him at the front. They know what the story is. I expect $404 after I spent $780 yesterday. I'm joyously happy. So we'll see when he gets here, and we'll see what's next. Well, guys and gals, it's Sunday morning, and I am at Davis Camp, which is a Mojave County, Arizona campground. I think when I first looked to stay here years ago, they did not have power, and they do now. 20, 30, 50, so I'm pretty happy about that. They charge about $40 or $45 a night, which, when I made the original clips with KP2 talking about Sandy Beach, and I thought it wasn't a $40 campground. Well, a year later into owning KP2, I'm figuring out that $40 is going to be pretty much what the minimum is for any type of an improved campground. So I think the weekly rate here is like $225 or $250, which I think is pretty damn reasonable. And this is when you talk about, if you can find a place that you can stay for a week, you're going to get a really good, better deal, and you're not going to be quite so travel rushed. Now we're going to talk about some of the other nonsense here. Friday when I got here, I went ahead, and as you saw me mention earlier, I went ahead and reached out to the realtor. I can't think of her name. I'm going to have to texted in. Very nice on the page. There was a recent court decision about realtors and such. So I'm gonna meet her at her office at 9:30 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna probably sign some type of an exclusivity contract for like maybe 90 days or something, and she's gonna be my go-to gal down here. I really like how she does business, and she understands. I don't want to be hassled every 5 seconds, so she respected email until I get there. So we have a 10 o'clock tomorrow at the one park model this one. I'm gonna have a look. Nobody's living in it right now. The resident just recently moved out, so I've got a bunch of questions and stuff. So we're pursuing this. We're gonna see. I said it. I'm homeless. I can't live in the hideout. Mold is way too excessive, and I need to address my living situation. So that's in motion. I talked to my doctor, the functional doctor, on Friday, right when the tire guy was there and everything. So for my $4,000 in tests, I do not have celiac. Oh my God, I sure show the symptoms. The tests told me nothing that I don't already know. So for the $20,000 that this guy's into my pocket for, it looks like all I'm going to really know is I have excessive mold exposure in the hideout. The dietary restrictions that I already have: dairy, peanut, tomato, oats. I've got stuff that a lot of 63-year-old men in America have, so none of that's a surprise. So I think, especially if I move down here or move anywhere, really, I'm gonna probably not re-sign up with this guy. I've got a bunch of the supplements and stuff I'm taking. He's this. Well, it could be toxic exposure. Well, I saw something that says if somebody who wants to sell you something cannot articulate the toxins specifically, that it's woo and it's MLM nonsense. And I've said that this guy's a little woo in here, but whether it's going to be worth the $20,000, I think it might be just to find out that I can't live in the hideout anymore, and these dietary restrictions that I am adhering to and I am feeling better about. So my health is a little bit better. I'm not quite so screwed up. I mean, I am. I'm also finding out that there's something in Panda Express I don't think I could eat anymore, because it's not just one time that I'm having unpleasantness in my day. So I think we're going to wrap this up right now. This is your update, Extravaganza number 5, I think. I may go for a car ride today, of which I'll make a separate clip about. So there will be updates. I'll follow up on stuff during the week. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Well, I've lost about 15 subscribers, so I am definitely an acquired taste that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. But if you're watching this, I'm apparently yours, and I thank you for that. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And Dude and I will definitely be back for the next one.